In a world where three people decide to get together and talk about anything they want to, welcome to the Room 12 podcast. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Lume. Welcome to the Room 12 podcast. I'm here live with
Vezzy Farms.
Adi.
Yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. We are back with episode number 3, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Hope you guys have been enjoying the podcast. And fuck it, let's jump right into it. There's something I want to ask you guys. I want to get your guys' opinion. Today we're going to talk about the topic temptation. How do you guys feel about temptation, and how do you guys handle temptation? And it could be anything.
Every day I wake up wanting to eat carbs.
Carbs is your enemy right now?
Carbs is the enemy right now. I'm on a diet. And these damn carbs.
How do you how do you do it when temptation's around and the carbs show up? They come knocking on the door.
Sometimes I be folding, not gonna lie.
Yeah. When was the last time you had some carbs?
Right now?
Well, those are high protein. Those are high protein. I made some snacks for the pod and no one wanted none. I think Adi ate one out of pity. They're these, you guys can get them at Costco. They're these protein, like chicken nuggets with jalapeno or some shit.
They're very delicious.
Yeah. And, Vezzy made a comment that he was hungry, hadn't ate. We're shooting this pod kind of late, and I figured, let me just make some food for everybody. But, nah, it wasn't the move.
My suegra already cooked for me. I don't need to eat.
What'd she make you?
Carne con papa.
Let me fix your mic a little bit, Papa.
Carne con papa.
There we go.
Mijo.
That's better.
Carne con papa.
How do you deal with, what are some things that are temptations for you, Vezzy, that you gotta fight?
I don't really have temptations.
Them hot Cheetos every night.
I don't eat hot Cheetos every night.
Just
I used
kidding.
to.
I'm just
I used
kidding.
to a lot. I would eat a lot of hot Cheetos like every night, a bag.
Like big bag or little
No,
bag?
I would just be like the regular bag with lemon.
Damn. What made you stop?
I don't know. I don't have time.
You don't have time
Like
to
what
buy
to-
them or
to buy them, to fucking
prep them?
to prep them. Like right now, like it's a 9:53 at night right now.
Tell us the process. The process of making them.
Yeah. What do you
We
do?
want to know.
You put lemon in the bag. You got a special bowl. You got everyone that eats hot Cheetos has their hot Cheeto
Oh,
bowl.
yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong.
It depends. If you have them in the bag, they don't get soaked as much, and they get like chewier. And then in the bowl, you have to get like the Tupperware ones with the tapadera.
Wow.
And then I put Valentina. I like extra hots. Extra hots are my fucking favorite. I put Valentina, and then I get the big ass yellow lemons, the big ass
With
ones.
the seeds?
Yeah, but I
hate
use
the
the lemon
seeds.
squeezer.
Mm.
And if they're too big, I open the lemon squeezer and I squeeze the lemon over the lemon squeezer so all the seeds fall over it. So if the lemon doesn't fit in the lemon squeezer.
You ever thought about cutting it into a quarter and then making it fit?
No, cuz I don't like that. I don't want to do all the extra cutting.
Mm.
And then I just like shake them, boom boom. And then I just put them on like the table and I watch my show for like 5-10 minutes. And then I open it and they're like popping. They're like,
So you let them marinate.
yeah, they start popping. And then
They start, what is this, fucking popcorn?
yeah, they're like,
Vezzy, eat us.
and then I start eating. But it's good when they're like that because it holds the crunch still. But it's lemony and it's nice.
Do you think it's the fact that you suffocate them with the lid? Or
I don't know what it could be. I learned that trick from her. I never knew that. I would just do it in the bag and they'd come out soggy and shit after the end. But then I did that because she taught me, and then after that I just started eating a whole.
Oh, yeah, because when I would eat hot Cheetos, I would put them in a bowl and then squeeze a lemon, and then I'd eat it with a fork. Because I hate the red shit on my
you hate the red fingers?
my
I don't
fingers.
care.
I haven't made. I feel like I haven't made hot Cheetos in so
If you
long.
get red fingers, use baking soda, and then put it in the water, and then you put like baking soda on your finger and you rub it, and it comes off.
Rub them back and forth.
And it comes off.
It's a good thing to, I didn't know that process of it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I used to eat hot Cheetos, my fingers would stay red for like 2-3 days, dude.
No, I do that and it goes away.
So
And you
that's-
can never tell I eat.
You'll never get caught red-handed.
Sometimes
literally.
it stays around. Depends how lemony I make them.
So how do you fight the temptation now, or like what? How do you stop yourself?
I'm busy all the time, so I don't have time. If not, I'd be eating hot Cheetos every night again.
Do you still take time to watch your show?
No. I watch it for like 30 minutes and then I go to bed.
But during that time, you don't feel like, dude, I should make some.
No, I feel like, fuck yeah, I feel that every time. But I just don't have chips, and then I'm too lazy to go to the store and get chips, and then so I just don't have time. So I just don't. I don't know.
So by removing it from your environment, it's kind of
Or
like,
just stay busy. If you really have some temptation that's really bad, just stay busy and it'll go away
I feel it.
over time.
I feel like temptation kind of goes hand in hand. Well, it probably does, right, with discipline. For me, I think, like, dude, one of the hardest things for me to ever quit was like Coke, like drinking Coke,
Oh,
drinking Coke, drinking Coke. The soda, guys, Coca-Cola. Let me clarify. It was bad. I was probably drinking sometimes up to 2 or 3 a day. Right, I was super torto.
Damn.
I wasn't drinking a lot of water, and I think just a lot of things that kind of been going on, and a lot of shit I've been seeing. It's just been making me more like health conscious. So it's like, dude, I really want to change that aspect of my life, and I don't know, dude. It was a bitch. I've slipped up a couple times here and there, but I think now when I do drink one or have some, it's like not the same. It doesn't taste the same. But I feel like I constantly have to remind myself, like throughout the day when temptation is not in my face, I'll tell myself like, yeah, dude, like you don't need it, don't do it. You don't, like, always constantly reminding myself. And I think that's kind of part of it with discipline too. Not perfect, like, still be slipping up and shit, but I feel like that is kind of my biggest thing. Drinking too is like another one. And then not exercising, but lately I feel like I've been pretty good. I feel you on the not having enough time though. Like not having enough time to want to do good shit too. Like you really got to make time like for exercise and shit.
my days are hella busy. Hella busy. I don't even live in my own house. I use my own house to sleep in.
I feel like that's part of adulting though too.
Kinda. I'm only 21.
But I mean, as you get older too, I mean,
21.
yeah, I feel like as you get older, but is there any advice you guys would give anyone that's trying to fight temptation? I mean, that's addicted to like, drinking or drugs or sex or gambling. Like,
Go to a rehab center.
do you think they have one for hot Cheetos?
If they did, I would have gone. No,
For
but there's a lot of
carbs?
rehab centers that
carbs.
in Mex, the rehab centers,
What?
the rehab centers in Mex are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice.
Do they like
You
beat you?
been there or what?
No, I see a lot of videos about them. No, they don't beat you.
What videos have you seen? Like podcasts and shit?
It's one guy. He like
Shout him out. Fucking give it.
I don't know his name,
Oh fuck.
but he goes around the streets and he's like, and he sees them and he's like, oh, like vente, like te voy a llevar a un trabajo. Oh, because over there you can like kidnap them.
You pay people to kidnap your
No.
family member?
You could only, well, they could, yeah, they don't pay you, but they like tell them like, hey, say like you were fucking up and like you were, or like, yeah, your family contacted me and I was like, all right, bet I'm gonna pick him up and then you guys can't free him, right?
Mano levantón.
Pretty much.
Cartel status?
No, they go to them and they're like, hey, like I have a job, like I'll give you this much for like an hour, and then the people are like, oh, bet, like I'll go. And then they go, and then they get locked up.
They're like, gotcha, bitch. You ain't going
Yeah,
nowhere.
but they it looks like the first couple weeks is the hardest, and then after they look hella normal.
That's crazy. I'm be like, yo, I got a friend who's addicted to hot Cheetos. Like he's fucking ripping
Bro,
bags.
I saw a TikTok this morning about some guy that is trying to like stop drinking or whatever after like so many years of drinking, and he has to wake up and he has to sip on a shot or he'll like his heart will like stop and he'll have like a heart attack because of how like used to his body is used
Jesus.
to alcohol. Yeah, and he was like drinking, like he was sipping on the shot like hella shaking, like, but he knew he's trying to like stop, but and he's only like maybe 40 something, 50 maybe, something around there in that range.
That's fucking crazy. I mean, there's people that go balls to the wall with that shit, and
That's so scary.
like, dude, that shit catches up to you. Like, I'm telling you guys from experience. Like, I started drinking at 13. I wouldn't drink like every day, but I started drinking at 13 at parties and shit. And I would drink my older brother's friends. Like I could outdrink all of them and shit. But it's like, dude, over time that shit starts to catch up to you. It starts fucking you up. You don't feel it when you're younger. Fucking crudas, fuck that.
I heard if you continue drinking how you drink, like at 30, like in your 30s, by like 40 you're fucked.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys. You guys might have to. You guys want to put an application to be Lume's replacement on the podcast? Send us an email. I could see it though.
But like bad, like everyday, like type shit is what else? What I mean.
And there is a lot of people that do that. I took breaks. There was times like when I was my healthiest, like senior year, and then again like at maybe 22 or 3, and I got hella slim. Remember how slim I was, Vezzy?
Mm-hmm.
I was fucking tiny, dude. I was like 165 pounds. Right now I'm like 220, 230-ish. So I went down a lot during those times.
You have something to say, friends?
Nope.
I feel like we need that service here, though. The one you're talking about in Mexico, especially in town.
Kidnapping people?
Like, not even people, dude, but like, dude.
Yeah, we have a lot of tweaks.
Fucking tweakers, bro. And it's like everywhere now.
It's all of California.
Bro,
Yeah, dude, it's so bad in California. Like, why don't people do something about it?
I mean, what can you really do? I mean, first of all, they're human and shit, right? But it's like, you know, if they do get, I feel like if they get arrested for petty shit, they're not gonna be in there long. They send them back out. I just feel like, especially here, dude, like it used to be. I'm not gonna say a super safe place because shit will still pop off, but
Oh,
dude, my parents would let me be outside and shit. Like, hey, you know, go play or whatever. Within
yeah.
few blocks, and now it's like.
And kids would like walk down Solano right now, like. Mm-mm.
You see fucking The Walking Dead. Nah, but I feel like the tweakers only try stupid shit in town.
People don't even trick or treat anymore.
Really?
Yeah, people don't.
It's
trick or
declined?
treat. Like way more. I feel like when I was a kid, and I would go trick. Well, I only went like once, but like, dude, the block was like full of people.
I think what we should
block
do
us
in
off.
California is like lessen the laws with like guns and shit,
That would never happen, bro.
and then have all the tweakers we want, but they fuck up and they're gonna get smoked.
It's just like.
That's what I see. I see like when I go out and like I see tweakers. There's some tweakers that are cool and they'll get better, but there's some that just fuck up so bad.
There's some that are too far gone, dude.
And they just like, what else can you do?
Yeah, dude.
How do you categorize the tweakers? You know what I mean, though.
Dude,
Like I think
there's like
that's the
3
thing.
levels. There's at least 3 levels. You got like your entry level tweaker that still kind of got his shit together, can hold a job. You know, he's starting to go into phase 2, and then you got phase 2 where it's like they can still like function. Like there might be homeless and shit or like on bikes, but they're not out there like, you know, causing shit. They're just kind of keep to themselves. And then you got phase 3 tweakers, which they're like talking to themselves or like the guy we saw in SAG
Those shits
dancing.
are fucking zombies, fool.
They
Those
pretty
don't-
much,
those
yeah.
don't- They don't. Their brain is so fried.
I'd say there's 3 levels of tweakers and probably some in between, but I don't know, dude. Like now that I have baby Lume, like I'm like, dude, I don't want him outside. I don't feel comfortable
Yeah, no, fuck
with
that.
them, or even like the kidnappings and the people trafficking. I feel like there's so much more light to that now too, where it's just like, yeah, baby Lume's it's got to be in my sight at all times.
Yeah, but I feel like they try that shit more in town. Like I said, in the country, out here, they'll get fucking popped.
Whoa.
They'll
Do
get
you
smoked.
guys think that missing people actually go missing, or do you think like somebody kidnapped them
Sex traffickers.
and like they're still alive? Like, cause you know, I like at Walmart's, like there's always like pictures of people who are missing. Do you think like they're still alive?
I think I would say they definitely got picked up. Most of the time, people get picked up, kidnapped for sure.
Dude, that
Staying alive, that's
so
kind of
bad for the families.
that's kind of hard.
But a lot of the kids that like I've noticed that get kidnapped and shit come hella from broken homes.
Well, yeah, bro, because there's like probably lack of supervision.
Yeah, fuck yeah. But like,
You know what I mean? Like,
but I mean, it sucks for them.
But I want to argue with not all that. Like, I mean, there could be kids that, you turn for 1 second and your kid's missing. Like,
Dude,
you
the
could
poor
be a
kids,
good
man, what
parent,
they
but
go through.
What I always say, bro, is I feel like we should bring public lynching back.
Public what?
Lynching,
What the fuck is that?
when you get hanged.
Oh.
And they should leave, like, if there's a tweaker in town, hang that motherfucker. If he's doing dumb shit, and then leave him at the entrance of the town.
that's like some cartel shit.
Yeah,
narco
no, well, no, but, like, they used to do it in the towns.
shit. Yeah, bro. But you got to understand, like, that shit would never fly.
You're playing too much Red Dead.
I mean, fuck, it would have worked, though.
It wouldn't. You know how many people would be so against it?
Well, nowadays, because everyone's a weenie now.
I mean, times have changed, bro.
Fuck,
I
yeah,
mean,
bro.
times
wish I
always
could-
change.
I wish I could go back into the time and not be born in this era.
You'd. Never mind.
I don't know. I feel like people are soft now.
All right, if you could live in another time, what time would it be? 20
And you could say future or past.
both, but it's got to be you're going to live there the age you are now, but it will be it's got to be within 10 years, like 50s to 60s, 60s to 70s, probably all the way back to like the 1900s, cuz honestly anything before that I don't really know much history or what the fuck was popping.
He
So.
knows hella history.
What time would you go with me? So if you could choose those 10 years.
Damn. I don't really think about this.
We'll get back to you. Vezzy, you got a time?
Fuck, yeah, I always think about this. Like, the early 1900s.
How early? 1910,
Like
1920?
19
to 1900 and 1910?
like 1900, yeah, to there.
What would make you want to go back to that time?
Just the what should I call it?
The sports?
The sports were different.
The sports?
I feel like I would have been very, very successful if I had more freedom. Very successful.
You got to think about, though, like your day-to-day life. Like, bro, you would have, I don't even know if they had powers. They were probably barely building towns and shit. 1910s, they for sure didn't have cars like that. You're driving around in a wagon like the Pilgrims or Pioneers? Pioneers, huh?
Yeah, but I feel like I don't even think about that power. Like, I honestly don't even.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You gotta place yourself in that full time.
I think it'd be
spectrum.
dope, bro, to live in that time. Just because, like, a lot of the things I like were barely starting around that time.
You gotta think about diseases too, bro. Like the plagues and all that shit. Fuck.
Like, a lot of the things that I like were taking place in those eras that I wish I could have been a part of.
Yeah, a lot of things they're not as relatively available. What about you? How did you figure out kind of?
Yeah, honestly, mine's pretty lame, but I would say 2000s through 2010. I feel like that time was like so happy for me.
Weren't you guys born in that? Weren't you guys like kids?
Yeah.
I feel like that time was so like good. Like there wasn't that many people here where we live. I don't know. It was just peaceful to me.
So you would be
and everything costed way less.
you would be 21 in the year 2000. You would.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel it.
And there's like, yeah, way less people, more property spaces. You know what I mean?
I think cell phones were around for sure. Internet, video games,
Yeah.
clubbing was different.
It's like enough of some stuff, but not too much of, you know. You know what I mean?
I respect it. 2000, shout out the 2000s. They were cool. I lived through them. I was like 7.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
2000?
Yeah, I was 7 years old. Bro, I was born in 93. I was 7 years old in the year 2000.
I was thinking like 2010.
Yeah, and if I could go back, I would definitely go back. There's two timelines that I would think would be cool. I think the 50s would have been cool. Music was great. You had all the oldies coming out. Then you have and when I picture the 50s, that movie American Graffiti. American Graffiti.
Bro, I get scared going back and like going back like times where I haven't been. Like, I feel like I don't know. I'm gonna get like beat up or something.
Yeah, it sucked. Back in those times, it sucked being like not sucked, but like
it was very.
It was not a good
segregated.
time to be a colored person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why I
for
wouldn't
sure.
want to go back.
I agree, and I don't know. when was Chavez's time? Cesar Chavez with all that was like 70s, 80s maybe.
I think no,
I don't know.
the 60s. I think.
Was it? I don't think it was that long ago. We gotta look up the years and shit. But I just like on that movie American Graffiti, like the cars, the style was cool, the music, that or the 90s. Like I think it would have been cool to have been like a teenager in the 90s.
The 90s would have been dope too.
I feel like the 90s had the pop culture in that time was crazy. You had a bunch of dope movies, fucking dope ass music too. I feel like the music's a big thing for me. You got Tupac, you know what I mean? Dr. Dre, like all that shit was popping off in the 90s. I think the style was cool, the way they dressed, like in the movie Juice, how their shit didn't really match, but they pulled it off. Thought that shit was pretty dope. I think those two would be the ones for me. For sure.
Yeah, the 60s and 70s would have been dope too.
I feel like your grandpa was like in his 20s in the 70s and he had an afro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he had a full ass afro.
Anything after like 07, I would not want to live in.
So like he has curly hair or what?
He did. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. He's never grown it out again. But he straight up looked like a character out of Narcos.
A lot of people had afros, no, back then.
Yeah, it was the style and the big mustaches.
How would they do that with their hair, even if they had like straight hair?
I don't know if maybe they use products. Maybe I can ask him. I think his was for sure naturally curly though. And then the pants that they wore was crazy in the 70s. The bell bottoms, fucking flared out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about those. When I wear bootcut jeans, that's what I feel like they look like.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a dick, but I got a homie from Mex that's gonna do some shit for me. It's kind of important.
Well, take a little time out. It's fine.
No, but I'll still talk to you guys.
What?
Like, can I just say I love flared jeans?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why you don't like them.
For a guy though, it's kind of weird.
Aren't those flared?
Which ones?
Mine?
They're like boot cuts, no?
Mine?
Isn't what flared like boot cut? Or no?
No.
No, flare. I feel flared was more out there. Boot
Like
cut,
exaggerated.
it still holds the. It's still straight.
Oh,
Flare was more like boom. You know what I mean?
I like flare for girls.
They're coming back. What's her name? How did that outfit? Selena. In the movie where she had that like purple outfit and that shit was like flared from the knees out. That was 90s too.
I like flared on girls. Like jeans. I think they look cute with like boots.
I feel like I got lucky when I was like middle school, high school, because like skinny jeans were pretty popping. I think skinny jeans look dope on girls. It was like a good time. But then I look back, dude. Another thing that trips me out is like, as you get older, you look back at like what fashion was too, and like they called it the swag era, and it's like, bro, we really dress like that.
Dude, you know the swag era was like almost
my
our
God.
time.
What do you mean your time?
Like the swag era was close to like where we almost were like in middle school and stuff.
Your shit was like, I don't know about maybe Adi knows for girls, but I feel like when you hit that age, Vezzy, you were rocking the polo shirts.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would categorize that time of fashion, but it was like polos and it was like tight jeans and like
Yeah, that was in style a lot at the time.
and like the Jordans
Yeah.
or Air Forces and the ripped jeans.
Yeah.
The ripped jeans were
Yeah.
going crazy with that was like what, like Chicago influence maybe?
I think for me it was because of Chief Keef.
Yeah.
I really like Chief Keef and Fredo Santana. They were cool.
That was what, you were in high school?
No,
Middle school?
when that was like middle school. I feel like when I was in high school, it was more like,
That was your 8th grade.
yeah. In high school, a lot of people like started kind of going emo, but like in a weird way. Like it wasn't emo where they would makeup and stuff, but it was like they would like to wear a lot of, because X was coming out and like this fool Ski Mask, Lil Peep. They would wear like black jeans, like black Thrasher shirts, and like Vans. I don't know how to explain it. Like it wasn't emo, but it wasn't like.
Oh,
It was-
Thrasher was popular.
Yeah,
It was like
so-
more
in
skater.
in high school.
I didn't like that.
freshman.
I always stuck with like baggy, like not baggy jeans, but like the Chicago stuff.
I feel like the Thrasher shit reminded me of like 2000s branding like logo. It kind of had that vibe to it.
And then they would wear a lot of like jean jackets and like the cloud goggles and all this crazy stuff. It was SoundCloud era. That's what that's what it's called.
SoundCloud era.
SoundCloud, like SoundCloud inspired clothing and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like all that shit kind of went 360 though. Like after that, I feel like even now, maybe I don't know anymore, but a lot of people like wearing the vintage shit, like the vintage shirts. Were in for a good while of time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't ever.
Or the oh my god, I don't remember what year in high school it was, but the fucking I think it was probably still part of the cloud
SoundCloud.
era.
SoundCloud era.
Yeah, where the girls would wear like long or big shirts and then shorts. So it like looked like the people were wearing. Do you not remember?
Never saw that.
Yeah.
It was like the girls with the hydro flasks.
The Skiska girls?
Yeah, the
Oh, dude.
Skiskas.
When the SoundCloud era was going on, I don't know if it was like if everyone else got into it, but I started rocking hella flannels.
I feel like flannels are another thing that always
that
comes
was
and
just
goes.
Maybe. Nah, maybe it was because I always liked flannels and like it was more. I think what inspired me to do that more was like Mac Miller
Dude, when
shout out.
with the diamond and his shirts and then his flannels.
I was actually in high school when Mac was popping, dude.
Yeah, no, I know, and I think that's why I went back because I was like, dude, look, you would dress like that, and I see a lot of people dress like that. No, I want to ask you a question though, really quick. Hey, so why? What's up?
Shit.
All right,
Shit. Shit's
I've
getting
been in
real.
I've been in Dula for a while.
You've been doubting. What have you been doubting?
What's up? What was up with those jerker crews? Because a lot of fools that were like jerking and doing all this weird stuff on the internet, like ended up becoming like big ass gangbangers and like are hella hard now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm always confused because I see some of these fools in our town, obviously, and I'm just like, damn fool, weren't you just wearing skinny jeans and jerking and had a team, and then now you're like over here all ganged out.
Bro, jerking was like popping back
That's
then.
what confuses me.
I don't know. I can't speak for everyone, right? I don't know. I can't think of anyone personally that I knew that was like in a jerking crew that is like banging now, right? I don't even know anyone really my age group that's like really kind of active like that. So I can't really speak on that, but the whole jerking phase was definitely a movement, dude. I remember you couldn't get skinny jeans for guys like right off the bat. It took a minute. I know a couple people. I'm not gonna say who, but I know a couple people that would buy girl jeans at like Hot Topic and wear them because they were skinny jeans.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, they had dope
Drop
colors.
the names right now. Expose.
Nah, I can't do them dirty like that. I can't.
Just kidding.
But yeah, they would buy like the purple jeans, or they had all like those washed out, like the gray with the like black all over
my
it.
God, not the purple jeans.
They had all the colorways and shit, but the jerking shit, I mean, it was cool in its time. It's kind of like everything. It's not like, oh, fucking, this shit's whack. It's like, it's whatever is hot in that time. You know what I mean? So it's kind of normalized. There was a couple jerking crews. I thought I could jerk when I was fat as fuck. I wanted to be a dancer, like a jerker or whatever, but then I realized it's kind of like breakdancing, and it does take a lot of like talent, or you have to kind of be in shape for that shit.
Dude,
So
my one of my cousins on her quince, like the jerking era was in, and so like for her dance for the surprise, they did like a jerking thing, and she was jerking and shit like that. And my brother's in there, and he had his own little crew too. I don't even know what it was called.
shout out Gene.
Yeah,
there was a lot of like, I mean, flannels were popping, bright colors were popping. A lot of like the Cookie Monster shirts and Elmo shirts. I don't know why that was in. Domo was
the Kool-Aid shirts too.
The Kool-Aid shirts like a motherfucker. I feel like that was like
the peace sign for the girls.
No, that was like the swag era.
That was more swag.
Yeah.
I feel like the jerking shit evolved into the swag era.
Yeah, I think it did.
Because after that,
it was the shuffling.
The shuffling, I don't remember it being that hot, dude. It wasn't that hot in high school. There was a few people, but it never really took off here. A couple friends used to do it, but yeah, it was never really like as big as a jerking thing. At least what I noticed. But I feel like that shit transitioned into the swag era. Because you talked about Mac Miller. Mac Miller came out. You had Wiz Khalifa. Like they were taking shit over, and that's what they were, dude. It was like fucking Diamond. Like I'm a big Diamond fan. Diamond was popping.
Oh, yeah.
Then you had DGK, Dirty Ghetto Kids was popping. And snapbacks, like, dude, snapbacks were the shit. Vans were the shit.
Yeah.
Skinny jeans were still in. And then crew necks. Like, I think that's when I fell in love with crew necks, dude. Primitive was popping too.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had a little teddy bear. And then it was like a little. I have a sweater. I think it was them. It was like a little teddy bear, like a graham
Polo, I
cracker.
think.
No. No, it was like a filled in.
Oh yeah, I know which one you mean.
I think it was primitive. Maybe.
I think yeah, no, I think I had a primitive some brand.
I start with a P. But that was like my dope era, dude. Like I enjoyed that time of fashion. Thought it was cool. And then it kind of turned into to fitted caps. I think fitteds were still popping. And then it went back to snapbacks, and then it went to dad hats. Remember you used to rock all the little dad hats and shit too?
That was a part of the SoundCloud era too. Dad hats.
It was, huh? I
Yeah.
remember that's
What
like
the fuck
when
are dad hats?
the ones that like super baseball
The ones like
caps,
Rob Stone would wear and shit.
collar bent with the little fucking tag, like little loop thing in the back. You never seen a dad hat?
She knows what it is. She just doesn't understand what. Like she has to have an image of it.
Yeah, hats are a whole ass different world, but
I like the trucker hats.
really?
Those are nice.
Yeah, dude, I love trucker hats. How do you dress now? Like, what is your style now?
Why you gotta fucking put me on
Yeah, how
blast?
would you explain your
No,
style?
because I feel like now a lot of people like stuck to the style they kind of like. I see a lot of people stick to, like you said, the vintage shit. There's some people that still wear skinny jeans, like kind of the clout era shit. And then there's other people who are still into like the Chief Keef era shit. I feel like, but there's a lot of combination of it now. So like, where would you stand as like, what's your style now?
I feel before we jump into that, I think, and I might be wrong, kind of what I see, look like pop culture and like the youth is in right now, is I would say it reminds me of super like early 2000s influenced, right?
Like 501s and shit?
You got the I'm just gonna say it, the Cholo era, because that's what they wore back in the day, the pro clubs, right? The baggy ass, Dickies and like fucking baggy ass jeans, and even the hairstyle, people rocking the slick backs with the necks, and then or with the nets, and then I see a lot of people wearing the button ups, like the plaid, like the Cholo ones too.
Yeah.
I see a lot of that, and then I feel like all the people that would wear the vintage shit, they turned into more like they'll wear a lot of graphics, like big graphics on their shit. But I feel like the clothing is different too. Like I feel like boxy shit is in right now, like cotton shirts and like super boxy and oversized. I think that's kind of what I see a lot of people dressing in. I'm not a fan of the boxy shit.
Like the pro clubs and shit?
Mm-mm. I don't like the 100% cotton. I don't like how tight they're on my fucking double neck. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I heard a lot of like OGs and shit say that back in the early 2000s when they would dress like how they dress, the kids dress now, was to like kind of know who like what from you were from the hood.
Yeah, to know you were active and shit.
then now it's just like you see hella Edgars wearing shit like that, which is cool because it's like everyone's style, but
it's their fashion.
but
now.
it's like I don't know, it's cool though. I feel like Suede and Weirdo and all those like SoCal like rappers and shit kind of brought it up, Peso and shit.
Yeah, I'd agree, because I feel like even like a lot of the Bay Area rappers, they don't really dress full on baggy. And again, I'm not speaking for everybody, just going off of like what I see on Instagram or like Thizzler, they promote a lot of the Bay Area shit, and it's like a lot of people still kind of wear the tighter jeans, but it's a fucking mix, dude. I think everyone kind of wears what they want. If I were to define my style, I'd say it's kind of a blend of a lot of things. Sometimes I like to try different shit, be a little more edgy and be a little more youthful, we could call it. But for sure, hats, like fitted hats. It's like I fucking love hats in any colorway. That's like a what would you call it? That's like a staple piece for me. Like I gotta wear a hat. Hats, jewelry. I love wearing chains and shit. Shirts. I'd say I still wear the same style shirts, just plain shirts. I think until we start pushing our shirts, which we're working on and a bunch of different shit, then I'll rock our shit. But I'm not really crazy on brand shirts. Like I don't like wearing shit with big logos on it. Like I'm not gonna wear Nike shit, and the reason I don't wear them is because they shrink. You know what I mean? They're so expensive and then they fucking shrink. I've bought Nike shirts before and they shrink. Or like I would buy American Eagle shirts back in the day too. They shrink. Even the diamond shirts or the Obey shirts. Obeys were popping too.
Oh yeah,
but they all kind of fucking, they don't fit the same.
You just gotta get them a size bigger.
Even them, bro, they're just like kind of weird. Jeans, I feel like I still kind of wear some tighter jeans sometimes, but I don't like wearing super baggy jeans because then I feel like I look shorter. Like it gives that illusion. Same with like oversized shit, but I'll mix it up. And I mean, shoes, bro, it's gonna be Air Forces and Jordans all day. Like that's kind of I don't like wearing any other type of shoes. You're not gonna catch me in Adidas. You're not gonna catch me in slides. You're not catching me in Vans anymore. Like, is those are my go-to for shoes, and then everything else I kind of mix up. There's brands that I like, North Face, Nike. Sometimes I'll buy shit that's a little bit louder with sweaters, but I think my top fit is gonna be Air Forces, some dope jeans, a crew neck, kind of like the one I'm wearing now, and a hat, chains and sunglasses. Like that's kind of where I kind of think is like, yeah, it fits me best. But what about you? What is your fashion or because you wear different fits? Some I feel like you're comfy, and sometimes it's what's like a regular. All right, let's do this. Give me a regular fit for Vezzy, like lounging, being at home, like or going to run errands. Give me a lazy Vezzy fit, and then give me like I'm going out to something. What are your
So like
three fits for that?
Lazy Vezzy fit is usually like some shorts. When it's summer, shorts and like a plain shirt and like slides or fucking my hey dudes.
Some comfy.
Yeah. And then in like the winter, my lounge fucking clothes.
Attire.
Yeah, is sweats, a hoodie, and like just forces. And then for like every day, I always wear pants, and then my boots and like a shirt, like kind of like workwear shirts.
Workwear shirts.
Like these ones are for like the heat and shit. They don't make you sweat a lot. And when I'm gonna go out, I wear pretty much the same thing, just kind of more nicer.
More workwear elevated.
Yeah, just because when I would dress like how I used to dress a couple years ago, like when I first met her, it was always like nice jeans, nice shoes, and like a dope shirt, and it would be like kind of more like a I don't know, like you said, like a Bay Area type.
More like SoundCloud inspired, like
no, not SoundCloud.
City boy.
Yeah, like I'd kind of like
pretty boy, city boy.
Kind of yeah. Like I'd always try to wear like Nike shirts or like brands that were subtle but not too subtle, and then like I'd always wear like ripped jeans and then nice forces, always forces, and then I'd always just like after a while, like when I got into doing the things I like to do, like I would just always get dirty. My jeans would rip.
Yeah, no, the fucking workout shoes I let you borrow got fucked up.
Yeah, so like every time, nowadays every time I do something, I get dirty. Like even when we're in the studio, sometimes I had to fucking fix some shit and I end up getting dirty. So it's like now I wear clothes that I could get dirty but will last longer. So that's why I've been sticking more to like I don't even know what type of jeans these are, but you can find them at Boot Barn. Jeans I go with Boot Barn jeans or like True Religions.
Those are like you're kind of going out, showing out a little bit.
True, it could depend. Sometimes like I wear my Trues to the ranch and shit, but they wash up nice and they're ¿cómo se dice? They hold up good. Like when I like climb over shit and do crazy shit. Boots, I have to wear boots, bro. Like if I get new shoes, I'm fucked. My new shoes nowadays, if I get a clean pair of forces, they get dirty by the first day.
Damn, that's kind of in though too. No, like people are kind of rocking with the wear and tear.
I never liked it. I feel like my dad never let me wear like shit like that either. He was always like, "Hey, like go change," but
keep it clean.
Yeah, but boots and shit, everyday boots. Like in the summer, when I work and shit, since I'm like building shit and doing shit, I wear like cargo shorts, like a Carhartt shirt and forces, but beat forces just for work.
So definitely more like work attire, casual type shit.
Yeah, and like I still wear boots here and there when it's cold. But like with boots, a lot of people complain their feet hurt and shit. I think you just once you break them in,
you gotta break them in.
Yeah, once you break them in, you don't feel nothing. So I feel more comfortable now with boots than with shoes. Like we go to stores and shit, or like we're walking hella, me and her, and like I wear my boots and I don't complain. But when I wear shoes, I always tell like, dude, my feet hurt, huh? Mm-hmm. Like sometimes I just don't know. My feet aren't that like good with shoes
regular
anymore.
shoes. You kind of got used to it.
Yeah,
I feel it. I can see it. What about you, Adi? What's I feel like it's different for girls though, cause like I feel like girls got shit that's like timeless. You know what I mean? Like dresses, like they might change in style, but like, I feel like dresses are in style. But what are your lazy fits, your regular fits, and like your showing out type fit?
don't know. I feel like I could, not to share my own horn, but I feel like I could rock anything other than like the really, really girly stuff.
What would you define as really, really girly?
Like, I don't know, maybe like tight dresses, like that. I feel like I don't know, not, I'm getting there, but I'm not too comfortable and stuff like that. But like I'll wear like long dresses. I feel like I really rock with like when I'm chilling, just like sweats and like a big tee, and like I just kind of like roll the side up, and then that's cool. You know what I mean?
That's like your comfy fit.
That's like a comfy fit with some like forces or something. You know what I mean? And then I have like my work, which is like actually going outside work fit, farm fit. Is like beat fucking forces or boots, any beat shoes. Last time I wore Converse that were beat. Any pants, honestly. And then I like shirts like these because you could just like the air goes in, breeze.
Kind of like the one that Vezzy's wearing, like the work wear type shirts.
Basically, yeah. That's why we just came from the ranch. That's why we're chopped right now. But yeah, that's my little work fit. And then I don't know, what do I wear like if I'm trying to go out? I don't know. I guess it just depends. Like if like I want to go out with the girls, then I'll wear a dress because like the girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if it's just like a party, I'll just wear like pants. I like wide leg pants, and then shoes, it just depends. If it's hot, I'll wear like sandals. If it's cold, I'll wear like boots. I'll wear sneakers, Nikes, fucking not Nikes. What are they called? Forces.
Mm-hmm.
Forces. And just like a shirt. I don't know.
I feel like that shit's in for girls right now too, right? Like the oversized jeans or like the flared jeans. Like I feel like I see that a lot more. They usually like super sit high up, right? Like they're higher than.
It's called high rise.
I don't know women's fashion, bro.
I really like mid-rise right now.
But like they don't sit at the waist as well, so they're usually a little bit higher, and at least what I've seen, right? They're like kind of like super fucking oversized.
Some.
Yeah.
There's some lower. I like the mid-rise ones. Those are like in between where there's not like, because I feel like when I wear high-waisted, dude, they're literally like
all the way up
here, and I'm like, bro, I can't like breathe. You know what I mean?
Dude, I kind of feel bad for girls when they go to buy jeans, because what I've heard is like it goes by a single number, and they can all be different fitting.
Yeah, dude.
Like the legs, there's no number for legs. Like the length, right? It's all just the waist.
No.
Fuck that.
But we do have like regular, I would say like regular girls, like regular size girls. But there's like, I don't know.
What kind of girl would Vezzy and I be if we were
fat girls?
No, I'm saying like,
oh, my ass hurts.
I know we do have like categories, like the regular size girls where it's like it doesn't say anything and it's just a number, and then there's like short where it's for shorter girls.
Is that what they call it? Short?
Oh, and there's like long, which is for taller girls, because
that's so confusing.
There's short, and then there's just like regular, and then there's long, and then I guess we also have plus for
like super tall.
No, like
plus size women.
Plus size women is what I mean. Yeah.
What's the lowest number? Well, probably was it 0, 1? Where does it start? And what's like the biggest number you've seen?
I think there's the lowest I've seen is 000.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a 40. I don't know.
000.
But there's a 000, and then, dude, I was a 00, like a few years
before
ago.
she met me.
Yeah, before. I know, before I've been in this family.
Damn, throw shade to the whole
Before
family.
I started eating good.
She didn't eat shit, bro. She would eat a cracker and call it a day.
Half a cracker?
Bro,
That
when we
ass.
met, I couldn't get over 110.
Really?
I couldn't. I tried so hard. I would eat everything, and I couldn't. Like, I don't know if like my
Probably.
metabolism was fast or something, but
Metabolism?
like,
The metabolism?
but yeah, I couldn't. But
Damn. What's the highest number that the jeans go up to in girls that you've seen?
oh,
Waist wise.
I don't know. I've never seen 50s, so 40, 40, maybe 42, 45. I don't think there's no 46, 48.
That's crazy.
I've never seen a 50.
You would think they would make them like standard across the board for guys and women where it's waist and length.
Yeah.
Because like for guys, it's so easy. Like you can be a 34.
No, that's like so confusing to me.
How?
To me, that's confusing
It's
because
like,
dude, ours is just one number. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then you gotta like try on 40 different pairs because some are longer and some fucking reach your knees.
Yeah, no, dude, it's hard. Pants are really hard. Like you can't just go online and order
That's
like
what I'm
these
saying.
pants because, dude, they all fit different. Like they have different stretch, they're different fabric. Sometimes like if you're usually like, let's say a 6, you could be a fucking 10 in a different pants, and you could be a fucking 0 in a different pants. Like it's the range is.
Tell me if not, it would be so much easier if that number stayed the same. But then they also gave you like your leg, like hey, you know, a 5 is 5 feet or whatever, or a 6 is like 5.5, and then you can kind of gauge it where you know like they're gonna fit you lengthwise because that's how guys' jeans are.
I just don't get it. Like, why do you need like?
Because some people are skinny and tall. So, like, say someone that's super skinny could be like a 28 or a 30 in the waist, but they can be tall as fuck, and they might be like 20, like say 30 by 34. So the from the top to bottom, it's longer.
Maybe it's like that because most women are just. Well, I guess. I mean, that's the same shit for guys, though, right?
Yeah, there's no like an average guy because guys are.
No, there's an average height.
What? I don't believe this.
There's an average height for guys.
What is the average height?
The average height is like 5'8" or something, 5'10" or 5'8". I think it's like 5'8". I swear you. And then
What?
average height for women is 5'3".
I'm just saying it makes so much more sense if girls got. You should start that. You should start a brand of jeans that give you both numbers. It would make it easier. Guys, I'm a 34, but I like a little bit of waist room. Sometimes I get 36, 34, 36, but it's always that number by 30. They're never too long, never too baggy. It's like perfect. These kind of look like high waters right now. They can't see it, but yeah. So it's like, and me, dude, I'll spill the tea. All my jeans, I get them at American Eagle. Only fucking jeans I wear. And it's easier because they all fit the same. I can get them online. I don't gotta go to the store. I get them and I know they're gonna fit. I don't ever have to worry about it. Yeah,
Do you guys have like different fabrics and stretches or no?
I think it depends on the brand, for sure.
Like at American Eagle, like do you see a different like design one and you're like, oh, what if it doesn't fit, or what if it fits different than
There
this?
is, bro.
Not the actual fabric,
Yeah, there's like stretchy, there's regular stretch, and there's
but they
different-
all fit the same for the most part. I've never had an issue with like, oh, these are too fucking stretchy, or these are.
I guess because you guys don't have like skin tight ones though.
Nah.
Because girls have skin like not skin tight, but you know what I mean? Like the skinny jeans. I don't know.
I think guys, it's like super skinny or not super. It's like skinny, athletic, which athletic has like more room in the thighs, and then you got straight, which they're like a little. They're not as tight as skinny, and they're like straight all the way through. Then you got original straight, which are a little bit baggier, relaxed, baggier, and then boot cut.
Do you guys have rise like high, low, and
No.
medium?
No.
Because that also differs with girls too. Because it's like if you get high rise jeans and your waist is like smaller while it's higher, then you're gonna like it's not gonna fit you.
Yeah,
you know
that's super confusing.
Or like if you get low rise jeans, right, and those are gonna fit at your hips, and usually like you measure by like around your stomach, like they're not gonna fit you because you're gonna have to go higher because your hips are wider. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds super confusing.
Yeah.
For guys, it's like, dude, I can go online American Eagle, and if I see some cool jeans, and like, dude, they honestly all fit the same. Like lately I've kind of been liking the original straight. They're a little baggier.
Yeah, I like those.
So I'll get those, and then they have any different color. I know they're gonna fit. I can get black. I can get washed out, super light, and it's like I just get them by the size, which doesn't change, and then I get them by the cut, and it's like super easy. And I stick to that because I ain't trying to go try different brands or like nah, fuck that. Like I know it fits.
No, yeah.
That's what I go
I've
to.
been really rocking with H&M, the wide leg jeans. The only thing is that I don't like is that they're high rise, but they're like the comfiest jeans ever.
Really?
Like they look good and like they're comfy is what I love about that. But the thing is that they're high rise, and so I wish they were like maybe at least mid rise, because it just like I feel like it just goes up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
And,
set up a little too high.
yeah, that's the only thing. But if they had like mid rise, that'd be so bomb.
Dude, for now that we're talking about it, for babies and shit, like Baby Loom, like they just have single digits for jeans. It's like 3T, 4T, 5T.
Oh yeah.
They don't go by length either.
That's how I think True Religion is.
They don't go by length. They should go by length.
No, every time I buy some, it just has like 34, 36, 30, like that.
Doesn't have the other number? That's fucking weird. What if you're hella tall or hella short? You're just fucked? That's weird. Hella weird. I don't know.
I don't get that. I
Waist,
don't get.
length.
I know, like I get it, but like, why? You know what I mean?
Because some guys are hella tall, some guys are shorter.
I guess.
And it makes it easier.
Why don't they just have long and short?
But I think it goes by two. So it's like, okay, these are too short. Then I go up 2 numbers or 2 numbers.
Oh yeah, that's how.
The thing with True Religion, it's very similar to girls too, because you could get like say a 0 that is high rise, and with like guys in True Religion, it's like 36 with Ricky or Gino, or there's a Bobby and all this.
Oh
crazy
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, the True Religion ones, they're all different too. Those ones you have to try on for
Yeah.
girls, especially because the freaking whatever their fucking names are, they all fit different. Like the fabric, I don't know, it's just
Yeah, no,
stretch.
you can miss me with all that. I'm a simple man. I know what brands I like that fit. I stick to them, and yeah. But fuck, what do you guys think? Should call it?
Call it.
Yeah.
Pretty solid podcast episode. Episode number 3. You guys stay posted for the next episode. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. Make sure you guys follow Room 12 on all social medias. They're going to be linked down below. Also, our social medias. You guys go ahead and run that shit up. Been dropping hella music too. You guys can check that out. And be mentally strong against temptation. Stop eating hot Cheetos and drinking Coke. All right?
And eating carbs.
And eating carbs. Stay away from the devil.
Eat more lettuce. Like, comment, subscribe, click the link in the bio,
Yup.
click the music, listen to the music.
Oh, my ears hurt. All
Share
right,
that,
guys.
share
Later.
that shit. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.